Hey everyone, I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to the Bren podcast. We are at episode 82. No, I can't believe it either. And we are talking about the foods we are dying for. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Bren Harris, and I founded Warrior Moms by Bren when my son was medically injured at 22 months of age. We have walked through hell. Now we walk through like we own the place, and you can too, because your story matters. Now, we're a long way from that moment where I was absolutely stunned that he was medically injured at such a young age. He was just a baby. And he just turned 16 this summer, and he is a healthy, thriving high schooler. He's already 6'1", and I might be 5'2" on a great day. So I just walk tall, carry a big stick. Just kidding. And what I'm here to talk to you about is that our behavior is influenced by our environment. Our behavior is influenced by, hear me, our behavior is influenced by our environment. Now, I am not hating on your favorite Funyuns or your favorite treat or your love for Gatorade. I'm talking about having the opportunity to step into a new level and to recognize that not everything that's approved by the FDA is good for you. Let us know in the chat where you're chiming in from. And I'm so glad you're here. It is not an accident. We are streaming across multiple platforms. Don't worry if there's only a handful of people on where you are. And this recording will get posted live. And a little story about us. Our son was medically injured at 22 months of age. Okay. Now, we learned a really hard lesson when he was about 2 or 3, trick-or-treating. And he had a sucker. He had not had any kind of lollipop or anything like that. And not because we're mean or anything. We just try to eat healthier. Hey, good to see you. So Facebook, you can see me. Instagram, let me know the same. Georgia in the house. And Seattle in the house. Good to see you guys. And I just want to make sure this story, I mean, we're talking the cutest little guy, blonde-headed, I mean, loving child. And we go trick-or-treating for the first time when he was about 2 or 3. And he got a lollipop with red 40 in it. That kid was awake for 3 straight days. Hear me, 3 straight days. And I mean, we thought we were going to lose our mind. And the reason I say this is nobody in the medical field ever said, hey, artificial colors are not so great for children. We had to find this out the hard way. And I know we are not the only ones. And it was just heartbreaking to watch this unfold when it was supposed to be a fun holiday, letting kids be kids. And then he's awake for 3 straight days. Another mom actually said, hey, check everything he eats. Don't let him have red 40. Well, it's not just red 40, but that's what we're focusing on tonight. And for those of you who may not know, artificial colors are approved by the FDA in the States to make our food bright and colorful. Now, why do they want to do that? There's a psychology behind that. The psychology says we want that bright and colorful food so we stand out from the others, because all they want to do is move product and sell food, of course, and make it convenient so we don't have to, slave around a stove for all day. And then that's because our primal brain, back in the day when we were hunting and gathering in the berries and gathering fruit, our brain said, this is a vibrant, bright piece of fruit. It's good. It's not poisonous. So that's the psychology in our brain. And here at Warrior Moms by Bren, we firmly believe in being a voice for the voiceless. My son is diagnosed on the autism spectrum. He does not have autism. He also has a nonverbal diagnosis. And we find that we can use American Sign Language as a workaround to learn new words. And we're talking about artificial colors. They are classified as neurotoxins. Yes, follow the money. And we're going to take fangs and go like this. Poison. That's our word for tonight. Poison. Poison. That's what artificial colors are. Now, don't be hating on this. I just want to share a few things about artificial colors. Do you know anyone or do you suffer from allergies, watery eyes, skin irritation, migraines, cancer, irritability, depression, ADHD, autism, and last but not least, mood swings and hormonal disruption? Hey, there it is. All of that can be triggered by artificial colors, and they're classified as carcinogenic and neurotoxins. Neurotoxins, think puffer fish. You take a bite, you die. And when we're here, hey guys, good to see you. Florida in the house. We have a study from 2023 at the National Institute of Health. And I've been there, by the way, and I think it's a higher security than the White House. It is an amazing. Yes, good. I'm glad you're focusing on that for your children. Diagnosis of ADHD in children has skyrocketed over 80% in the last decade. And a study from the National Institute of Health in 2023 says that artificial colors, all 9 that are approved by the FDA, cause DNA damage. DNA damage. They also cause colon inflammation and early onset of colon cancer. And they destroy the microbiome. That speaks volumes for us because my son and I are both diagnosed celiac. We cannot have wheat or gluten. And that is the worst pain I have ever known when I get gluten. We've been doing this for a decade now. Back in the day, we just didn't know what we didn't know. And when we disrupt that nervous system with these artificial colors and these poison neurotoxins, I know that's a sign. I'm not making that up. And it leads to anxiety, depression, and irritability. Now, another study from the Center for Science and Public Interest says that there have been an escalation of suicide attempts in teenagers because of their overconsumption of junk food and items that contain all these not fun things, all these lovely brands. Now, if you're getting value, put value in the chat. If you can relate, put relate. We're on the live, so put an L. If you're on the replay, put an R. And I just want to show you a few things that you might be eating every day that contain red 40. Skittles, Pepsi Blue, M&Ms, Gatorade Fruit Punch, Doritos Nacho Cheese, Mountain Dew Code Red. Here's another one. We have Cheetos, Starburst, Gatorade, Jello, condiments. I mean, we go into a restaurant, we don't think about using ketchup with fries. Oh, this has got red 40 in it. Not all ketchup, but some. Now, before we get too depressed, I want you to see there are a few alternatives right here. We have, we love Trader Joe's bite-sized candy. We don't have them very often, but if there's a class event, this is what we take. And it's safe because it is not, is it perfect? No, it's a great sometimes food. And then today of all days, my heart is broken. We love Siete, the best chips on the planet. They were just purchased by PepsiCo. That Vanguard is the main shareholder. So we don't know if this is going to remain a safe food or not. All right, come on back to me. I just want to make sure that we are on the same page and that, I'm not here to be the buzzkill or to be the rainstorm on your campfire. I know when I was a kid, I ate all of that. Yes. And for me, I think it's really important for you to hear me. We are about micro goals here. We're not saying throw out everything in your pantry. We're not saying get scared and try to do a detox. We're saying habit stacking, micro goals, and change one thing at a time. And it's really important to understand 10 years ago, autism was 1 in 1,000. Now the ASD diagnosis for boys is 1 in 37. That is no accident. That is no accident. And it's really important to know that you can make changes, small changes. Eat this, not that. Choose this, not that. Our favorite local bagel shop has Sobe vitamin water. And for years, it had Red 40 in it, and I had no clue. That was always my healthy drink, if you will, when we went to the bagel shop. Now, we only go to the bagel shop when they have gluten-free bagels, of course. But I want you to know Jell-O, Doritos, Fruit Loops, Trix. Now, in 2017, General Mills decided they would go natural color. The reviews from their consumers was dismal. They said, this is disgusting. We don't want it. Can you imagine Fruit Loops and Trix not having any color? And they went back and added artificial color because of that psychology that we just spoke about. We need to see that bright, vibrant color to think this is a good product. And psychologically, it changes how we perceive the taste of food. There's many studies on this. And one of the things that I want to really encourage you, I'm checking my notes to make sure I haven't, there are many different names for Red 40. This is the most behavior disrupting in the studies that I came across. And you can, it's Red 40 or Red 1 or 3. It can also be called Allura or Allura Red, A-L-L-U-R-A. So A-L-L-U-R-A, Allura Red, or here's a sneaky one, Aluminum Lake. What that has to do with red, I have no clue. But that is in the gummy antacids that we found in my father-in-law's house. And I'm going, wow, artificial flavors, any of this is disguising the fact that it is artificial color. Now, why has the FDA approved all 9 artificial colors? These colors are derived from petroleum. Hear me. These colors are derived from petroleum. Our bodies were never meant to process that. And they have the most severe adverse effects in children. Their bodies can't process it. And that's where the behaviors come in. And I am in a number of moms groups online and in person. And that's the most asked question. What do you do about the meltdowns when they start having self-injurious behavior, when they start having suicidal ideations? Well, let's start with the beginning and let's start from ground zero. No artificial colors. And one of the things that broke my heart years ago, it said in a 2010 National Institute of Health study, it said all forms of color are carcinogenic in mice. All forms. Carcinogenic means they cause cancer. Carcinogenic. We are not here to sugarcoat this. These are the foods that we are dying for. Yes, Lisa, I agree. And I love that we can come together and say, hey, this is poison and we can step into our own. And again, if you're just joining us, we're talking about the foods we're dying for and that the effects of synthetic petroleum-based artificial colors in our food, our cosmetics, and in our life. And again, one of our users just tonight said, follow the money. Yes, the FDA approves things because they're being incentivized to do so. Sorry, that's just how it is. Here's one more fact, and this is really heartbreaking. Trigger warning. I just want to let you know. This study is from the Center for Science in the Public Interest.org, CSPINET.org. It says it takes 2 days for the emotional response to diminish, and the emotional response seems proportional to the amount of dye consumed, unlike this child's previous allergies. And the child has jumped out of a moving car after having red food dye at school without my permission, the parent's permission or knowledge until after the fact. Now, I'm telling you, we have had teachers say, we'll take care of your child. We're having a Valentine's party. Don't worry, he won't get anything, because we always send the candy that he can have. And it's a sometimes thing. It's not an everyday thing. Then they send home the Valentines from the party, and it's a complete bag full of red 40 candy. We are so conditioned to want vibrant colors. We are so conditioned as human beings to want the shiny new thing that even the teachers don't understand the severity. It's right up there with peanut allergy. And if you don't believe me, ask a warrior mom. Yeah, even 4 days to clear the system. Thanks, Lisa. Yeah, because that petroleum-based product just keeps cycling through the nervous system and causing that behavior. Now, is it easy? No. Is it worth it? Abso-freaking-lutely. We have a policy in our house that we are a dye-free home. I even use vegan lip stain because I can't transfer the color to my son because he's so allergic to artificial colors. Like if I hug him and kiss him on the forehead or something. Now, as a teenager, he don't let me do that very often. And we are finding that even cosmetic companies are having legal action because of the carcinogenic nature of their products. Now, if you are getting value, please let us know in the comments. And please understand, I don't have all the answers. I just know that I would rather not experience this, and I would love to help other people not experience these issues. Now, if you are, yes, exactly. Thank you, Bonfire Beaches. Really appreciate that. I see you. Oh, this is it. Kusna family. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate that. And this will be on posted as a reel when we wrap up. And one of the things you know your child better than anyone. You know your child better than anyone. Is this what we signed up for? No, not in a million years. Is this what we do to keep them safe? Absolutely. We would not hand our little children, a pack of cigarettes and say, smoke the whole thing. Well, we're doing the same thing when we have unlimited access to artificial dyes and colors. And I am so thankful that you guys are here. Remember, yeah. Oh, makeup swaps next episode. You got it. And I am finding that we can do a lot of different swaps. This is not sponsored, but one of the things that we do at our house, we have a local company called Simple Modern. They replace Stanley cups because Stanley cups have lead. And we love liquid IV. Is it perfect? No, it's probably an 80% solution. But we all drink 2 40-ounce tumblers of water with liquid IV every single day, even the 16-year-old. And I find that keeps us away from the sodas and the artificial flavoring and the corn syrup and all that nonsense. Now, there are others. Hey, Nettie, good to see you. There are other things you can do. I just want think outside the box because our society just wants that instant gratification. And when we do that, we're maybe getting instant gratification now, but we pay for it later. Now, I'm so glad you're here. At Warrior Moms, we believe in being a voice for the voiceless. And please share this with someone who can be blessed by this information. And remember, be authentic, legendary, and unapologetically you. Warriors, unite.